vacation because God provided us to be together. And as you can see, there's the ocean out there. We haven't actually been in the water yet. The first day that we were here, Janet was extremely jet lagged, which makes sense. Uh, Currently, our air conditioner broke down, so we're on the back porch. Janet's laying down. She has a cold or something. We got her some medicine. Yesterday, we were able to get, her birthday was yesterday, or October 1st, if you're counting from the Philippine Day. We always celebrate birthdays together. Hey, room renter. This is Barbados. That's where we're at right now. This is where the Lord had provided for me and Janet to meet up based on these situations. And Janet don't know I'm live right now, but she's not feeling well. And so I needed to do something because I'm bored, you know. And I thought I'd relate to people in a different way, in a slow, lazy Barbados way. I'm not showing myself because, like I said, our AC's broke. So here I am, no shirt, trying to stay cool. We got a little bit of breeze, and they're thankful for that. Um, but yesterday, the beautiful thing about having the ocean view is you have the sun and all that. The drawback to that, of course, is when the sun hits. I've noticed around 3 p.m. Oh man, it gets so hot, and the air conditioner was not able to keep up. The people are nice. They're in the process of doing that. Are you trying to make us jealous of your lovely views? Well, Janet and I, we plan on going live later on, together, doing some stuff. We want to do a trailer for the Layman Seminary. We didn't bring laptops because we were trying to keep everything low impact because there's a lot of things we didn't know about, like something called transit visas we didn't know about. And so we picked locations that didn't require Janet to get a tourist visa. But the difficulty is you have some locations, even like when you're just flying through in layovers or whatever, you have what are called transit visas. And so the difficulty is that in the midst of planning this trip, we had to, you know, get different plane tickets a couple times. There was a lot of logistic stuff that went on, but God provided in the midst of that, and we're thankful for that. But there was a lot of rules and things we didn't know about. Like, for example, in Panama City, Panama, because see, Janet flew from Cebu to Manila, and then right after Janet left Cebu, they had a big earthquake. And so she was pretty shook up about that. We had video recording, of the people at her house being shook up because of that. And she's in contact with them, and we're praying for all of them. And then, in Manila, because of Panama City. Panama City was a difficulty for us because, like I said, Janet's not coming here as tourist visa. And so, if you have a layover more than 12 hours in Panama City, they will not even let you on the plane. So, God worked through Janet in favor, and I can't wait till Janet tells the story because the same story repeated in Manila. The same story repeated when Janet flew to Istanbul, Turkey, or the way she says it, Istanbul, like in and stumble. Um, but it just the same thing we kept going through each time, building our faith. And there's things, Janet and I are going to keep private because they're just lessons for between me, God, and her. But there's other things we'll be able to share with y'all with the testimony. And I don't know exactly how we're doing that. Like I said, I'm just trying to get Janet relaxed from jet lag, and she's not feeling well. Yesterday, we had to get all together We got to get the food for the things that we need to provide for the 21 days we're going to be here. And after that, we needed to start getting into things for her birthday. And so we were able to find a cake place. We were able to find seafood, fish, vegetables. I've been eating chicken soup with her basically with rice. And Janet can cook a lot of different food. So it's just been really amazing. Um, so yeah, basically it's been a real blessing. If I have to hang up real suddenly, that's because the technician is here to fix the air conditioner. um so I don't want to record somebody that don't want to be recorded, but if you record the ocean don't complain. So there's that. Let's see what I was saying. um yeah, there's a little path right there that goes right down to the beach, and all the beaches are public, they're free. There's certain locations you go to which I haven't gone because we're not really focused on the tourist thing. We're focused on marriage, development, strengthening each other, spending time with each other because we've been apart for so long. Um, but there's all kinds of things to do here. Don't get me wrong. It's just we're doing things a little bit differently. Um, so yeah, let me think where I left off. So yeah, there's this issue in Panama City about a 12-hour layover. And so the problem is that there's only like a certain plane that flies in from Panama City to Barbados at a certain time of day, like at 9 something a.m. And that causes that 12-hour layover. Well, if you stay more than 12 hours, you're obligated to go through transit visa, which means Janet would not been able to have come to this location and meet me, even though we picked a location that, partly had to do with her not requiring a visa. But we didn't know about the transit visa thing. And we learned about it in the process. You need them if you're going through Canada, US, London, we found out. And there's different ones for different countries and different rules for different countries. And I've been using ChatGPT and other things. Hey, sorry, I didn't got my glasses on. Well, I do. My eyesight's bad. Already 12. Yo, what's up? So, let's see, where was I? So anyway, there was all these problems and solutions that came up, and Janet's a way better storyteller than me, and y'all would love to hear from her, but she's not feeling well, and I just asked for y'all's prayers that she not be jet lagged, that she feel better. She hasn't even fully celebrated her birthday, and as y'all know, some of y'all may know, the way we do things, because we're on different sides of the world at different times, is we don't just have one day, one holiday, one birthday, one Valentine's or whatever. We make it like, okay, we make it like a week each one. That way there's no pressure of missing each other thing. We just try to be intentional to dedicate that week and things like that. So her birthday's still unfolding, I guess you can say. And so it's part anniversary, part birthday, part honeymoon, because we haven't seen each other in a long time. And so I'm thankful financially that God provided. There were some issues that had came up, but brothers and sisters helped us, and that we were so thankful for that, because there was things that came up that we, couldn't have made this trip possible if it wasn't for people helping us, because the price of food is pretty expensive here. In other words, I mean, compared to other places, like where Janet was, from and all that, I think um, the way I understand it is two two Barbados dollars is worth like one Barbados dollar. I mean U.S. dollar. And but so things are kind of expensive, but the way we've been doing things and the location that we're at, we found a little mini market. We found a pharmacy. We've been able to get those things. We found a fish place. Uh, I've been looking at this location for a while. So I mean, from Google Maps and other things like that. So it was, Uh, I think it's good. I think it takes care of our needs. What we need to do, you know, we got Ramen noodle soups, and Janet being from the Philippines, and Janet being able to work in other countries in times past. She knows how to cook Chinese, uh, food you eat in Hong Kong, Japanese, whatever. So she can do miracles with anything, and so I'm thankful for that. Like I said, I don't know how she's going to respond to me going live, but I needed to do something while she's not feeling well and resting, you know. Like I said, hopefully her air conditioner will be fixed soon because when it gets 3 o'clock, oh man, it is so hot. But yeah, um, let me see what else I want to say. So yeah, I may get in trouble, but I think Janet will realize, hey, at least you're trying to do something, you know, and not be bored when your wife is not feeling well. Of course, I'm helping to her needs and all that stuff, but I just I'm just trying to relax, you know. Um, so yeah, that's what we're doing here. Uh, Trying to stay hydrated and all that. Yeah, I can't even wear my glasses right now. My eyesight's bad. Um, yeah, so there's the ocean. Like I said, we'll get some close-ups, but you can see that blue. And before this, the only thing I knew about Barbados is this is where Rihanna was from. You know, you can go visit her house or whatever, but yeah, Janet's the only Rihanna I need, you know? And she's better than Rihanna, in my view. No offense to you, Rihanna. I'm sure your loved ones think that you're the only one better than anybody else or whatever. So yeah, Janet's awake. I'm live right now on YouTube. Oh no, they see you. You walked in front of the screen. I'm not showing myself. Janet, don't drink that. I gotta go.